I'm back. Sorry guys, it took a long time. I got a little distracted. Yeah, a little distracted on Amazon. It happens. I know. You guys will understand, right? Yeah, I know you guys would. So we're going to do a little late night session here. So if you saw on the title, it's very explicit. It is only for 18 and over. There's nothing but adults here, those who can handle it. Okay, we're all grown-ups here, so you guys know that I have my sexual decks. There's a lot of nudity in here, like dangling and bush and all that. Like, it's all out in the raw. Don't watch it when you are near your children. Don't have the audio on near your children. Like, this is adult time, okay? So we're going to be talking about, like, love between the sheets and, yeah, all that stuff. Sex life and all. Alright, so I'm going to be using all of my sexual decks. The Sex Fortunes, Daka Marone, the Erotic Tarot Manara, and my Tarot of Sexual Magic. So, and yeah, we will be pulling some cards. So I'm gonna do it by element. So which element? I wonder what element I should start with. What do you guys think? What element should I start with? I'm doing it by elements today, okay? Especially because it's explicit and I don't want to keep it too long. So, let's see here. Scorpio, Libra. We have Aries. Fire. I think I'm going to go with fire. Yeah, I'm going to go with fire. So these messages are going to be for my fire signs. Okay. That's cool. Alright, I'm going to start with Daka Marone. Messages for the fire signs. In the love lives and sex lives of my fire signs. What can they expect? What do they know? What do they not know about their partner's needs? What can they do to spice up their love life, sex life, their sexuality in general? So let's get some answers here. This is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This one wants to come out. We have the Hierophant. This is like a person who is, some of you guys are dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, who they are very like, they're very spiritual. They can feel like home. But when you guys are between the sheets, you know, it could be a little boring because they're not very like, I don't know, like they're not very nasty. And you as a fire sign want to be nasty. So it's like, okay, with this person, yeah, you love them, but you wish they were a little bit more nastier. It's like you guys have this connection. You'll have this connection where they feel like home. And it's like, that'll satisfy you enough. But you kind of wish that they had the qualities in them where it's like beast in bed. And don't get me wrong, some earth signs or some Tauruses are beast in bed, but like when you do a little something, especially you being a fire sign, it's kind of like you can scare them away a little bit. You know what I mean? Hi. Yeah, as I said, that the Ten of Swords comes out. See, you have a dirty mind, fire signs. You guys have dirty minds here, and that could freak out your partner a little bit because you have needs, fiery needs, and they're like all about the connection and all that, and that's great and all, but you know, when you have sexual needs and they want to be met, you kind of like worry them a bit because they think you're going to go out and cheat on them. But you know, fire signs are very loyal, especially, well, yeah, well, it depends who you are, you know, but they could get a little worried. And sometimes, you know what? When it's just boring, it's boring. What can you do about it? So we have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands came out reversed. Yeah, sometimes some of you fire signs, it takes a while, like, for your partner to give it to you. And you being a fire sign, you want it all the damn time. You have all this, like, passion and sexual energy inside of you, or you're just like, I want it now, I want it now. Some of you guys like it slow. The 8 of Wands is usually the energy of fast sex, fast moving energy, you know. And this is, okay, so this is the card of oral sex, right, in this deck. So upright, it's fast oral sex. Reversed, it's slow. Okay, somebody likes it nice and slow, nice and slow. And sometimes your partner can, like, stress you out, because sometimes when you are, like, in the heat of the passion, you just want to fucking hammer it, right? You just want to come in, come out, and call it a night. Just fucking come in and get it done, right? And if you have somebody who's slow and who is, like, taking their time, and that's beautiful in our, yes, we like that too, nice and slow. The usher, you know, we like it, like Usher says, night. Sometimes you just gotta take it nice and slow. But there's times where you just want to fucking porn star it, right? Yep. Times where you want to porn star it, and sometimes you can, you know, tire out your partner. You can tire them out because you want it all the time. So yeah, 5 of Pentacles is the energy of somebody who doesn't give it to you enough. You know what I mean? Like, it's como te dejaron una planta seca. Like, if they left you all dried up, right? Like, you're growing a bush, a forest, a scary forest down there with bats, okay? There is somebody here, my fire signs, my Aries, Leo, or Sag, who hasn't had it in a long time. Your partner takes a very long time. It could go weeks. That's horrible. No wonder why you're, like, sexually stressed a little bit. They could go weeks and stuff without giving it to you, especially if you're married or if you're in a committed relationship. You know, you're already used to it and everything, and then it's kind of like, you're like, what sex? I don't even get it enough. What the hell? You know what I mean? So it's like, it stresses you out. It's a long time. Me love you long time. Or me love you not enough time. Right? Yep. Yeah, that's not going to slide. Sometimes relationships like that don't last. Because, you know, sex is very important to a fire sign. Very. If it's boring, if it's bleak, boy, bye. Girl, bye. You know what I mean? It's cute and all for the first few days or whatever, but after that, it's like, if you don't get it, they will consider cheating. That's why people cheat, when the sex ain't good, or when you don't give it to your partner enough, or you don't give it to them at all. Because the 8 of Wands reversed and the 5 of Pentacles, you're not getting it enough or at all. God damn. You know what I mean? Wow. Tell me more about my fire signs. It's too many. Well, how many came out? 3 of them came out. I guess I'll take those. So we have the 2 of fire. Okay, this is making decisions. Somebody here, my fire signs like to send nudes. They like to send videos. Especially if you're having FaceTime sex, or you are, you know, in the heat of the moment. If your partner is long distance or they're away for work or whatever, you like to spice things up a little bit and send them pictures or videos of yourself. You see that? Wearing those thigh highs, very sexual. I know Aries, damn, maybe it's an Aries. I know my fire sign males love it when women wear stockings. Okay, that's something that turns them on big time. And then we have the Magician here. It's like my fire signs are so good in bed that they're like, how is it that you make this rise, abracadabra, just by staring at me or just by looking at your leg or whatever? It's like there's something magical about you, so fiery, that you just magically let it go up. You magically get it up just by like a little touch, a stare, a whisper in the ear. The magician, you know what I mean? It's like abracadabra, now you're up. You know how to handle it, in other words, okay? And then we have the Chariot. Very passionate lovers. Look at, there's a video again. If a fire sign gets presented with the opportunity to make a video or a movie with their partner, they're down to do it. Let's action. This is ready, set, go, action with the Chariot card here. Some of you guys are dealing with a freaky water sign. I mean, there's plenty of energy here. This pertains to all signs. If you're a fire sign dealing with any other sign, like you guys, especially if you're a cross watcher, it's very important to understand these things. I bet you anything, if you made changes that I'm talking about here, your sex life will be better, and they probably wouldn't want to be away from you. So yeah, they like the sexy pictures, they like the videos, they like the whole shebang, right? They like the oral, okay? But they don't like it. They don't like it when you don't give it to them at all, or when you don't give it to them enough, or you don't make them feel sexy. They're gonna pull away. Okay, they're gonna pull away. So let me see here. We have the Tower. So the Tower here could signify a few things. The Tower could mean that sometimes my fire signs have a tendency to, especially if you're older, like you have to take Viagra. The Tower could be like, oh, you're having sex, and all of a sudden it goes down. And the only way to get it up is if you do some like crazy shit, like go down on them or something to keep getting it up, Or this could mean that they suddenly just, it lasts 2 seconds and they're done. When the punani is good, okay? You got something good. So it could go either way with that. Yeah, so fire energy for women and males. Let's say you are a female fire sign. If you're the one sending the pictures, the nudes, the videos, you have a tendency to get your partner to burst without even touching them. Like I said, abracadabra, right? You just have that sensuality. If you are a male, okay, if you are a male fire sign, you could have the tendency to get women to become obsessed with you, especially if you know how to give to them orally and everything. They become obsessed. And sometimes you can develop stalkers. A lot of stalkers, they become a little obsessed. And all of a sudden, they want like a committed relationship with you. They want to be with you. And it's sometimes you're just like, damn, it starts off as sexual. And then after a while, you're like, okay, this is all it is. And you make it clear to them that it's just sexual. But they can't help it. They always fall in love with you. And it becomes a problem, right? Yeah, it becomes a problem. So that's what my male fire signs deal with, is obsessiveness from other women who, they become obsessed and in love. Fuck, they hot crazed over you. Can you blame them? Shit. All right. You're crazy, girl. You're crazy. What am I missing here? Oh, my sexual magic. All right, let's get some more cards. We have Temperance. Oh, do you love your sexual healing? This is the sign of Sagittarius. Hello, fire sign. So we love our sexual healing. You see, what I've noticed with Sagittarius women is you can be having the most shittiest, crappiest day. And if you're having lack of sex, you turn into Linda Blair, you turn into America's Most Wanted, and then all of a sudden you get it, and like you are like the world's best healer, the best nun, the best fucking lover, la-di-da-di-da-di, skipping down the street and shit. But when there ain't none there, baby, you turn into the devil himself. So please, men, if you have a fire sign woman, make sure you give it to her often. because then you will be sleeping with the devil if you don't. She needs that sexual healing. Remember that. Remember that. Yes, they need their medicine. Exactly. All right, so we have the King of Swords here. All right, so the King of Swords came out reversed. So yeah, King of Swords reversed could be somebody who likes to talk dirty in bed. Okay, if you are married or talking to an Aquarian male or female, you know that they can be very filthy verbally, or their thoughts are just like out of this world. Like the things that they tell you they would do to you, it could scare you a little bit. You're like, is it safe for me to sleep with this person? Because like, you know, Aquarians have a tendency to like get into psycho mode a little bit. Like, yes, bitch, I want to do you so bad that I'm gonna make you bleed. And you're like, what? I'm just saying. Man, you gotta be careful with them air signs. That's all I'm saying, fire signs. Careful with them air signs, because they're nuts. They'll make you bleed. You'll be like, I can't. It's that time of month. I'm bleeding. And well, today I'm motherfucking Dracula. Okay, slurp, slurp. I guess I'm Edward Cullen today, baby. Like, they're crazy. They're crazy. All right, so, oh, what was I saying? Okay, so we have the Five of Wands, and it came out reverse. What did I say about stalkers and obsessive behavior here? So, my fire signs have a tendency, well, this is everybody, not just fire signs, but when you are sexually passionate about someone, you could feel like you're in competition, especially if they come to you for sex and they have somebody else and they just want you for sex, or vice versa. You have a tendency to, you know, be in competition and try to win them over, especially if you're falling in love for a fire sign male or whatever. But also the male here, if you're a fire sign male, okay, you can become a little low-key sneaky, where you are spying on them and trying to find out information about the other person's relationship, but you act like you don't care, but behind the scenes it like boils your blood and it makes you feel like you're in some type of competition. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes this could turn somebody on. The fact that they can't have you because you're with somebody else, and when they come to you for sex or whatever, it's like aggravation, it's competition, it's a hate and sexual energy all at once, where they just want to tie you down, fucking pull your hair a little bit and say, who's your daddy? Whose P-U-S-S-Y is it? Is it mine? You know, like, they use that as leverage in bed. They're creepy, but you like it. You like it. You know, fire signs, you know what I notice about my fire sign females? Is that you like it when your person that you love or that you're obsessed with is obsessed with you. It's okay for them to be obsessed with you. You fucking love that shit. It turns you the fuck on. But if it's a creep that you don't care two shits about, you're like, I'm gonna call the cops on you. You know what I mean? Call the fucking cops on you, man. But when it's your person, you're like, yes, spy. Yes, get angry. Yes, throw me against the goddamn wall. Love on the brain, Rihanna. Must be love on the brain. This got me feeling this way. Yes, it does. All right, so we have the Four of Swords that came out. It came out reverse. So the Four of Swords reverse in this deck. This means that it's like, okay, you could be with the partner, especially if you're dating a fire sign, where they're always wanting to have sex. They don't give you no damn breaks. You're like, okay, my coochie's sore. I'm walking side to side. I need a break. For some of you, you're just like, you're coming up with excuses. Be like, oh, I gotta go stay at my mama's house for the night so you can heal your shit, because They don't let you go. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a fire sign lover, or if you're a fire sign female, you have the tendency to not know when to stop. And then you're like, oh damn, I'm like turning fucking purple down there. Like, I need a break. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's getting real up in this bitch. I told you it was going to be explicit. Now let's start pulling some sex positions. Let's see, what are some of my favorite signs, not mine, my fire signs' favorite positions here. Fire signs' favorite position. Fire signs' favorite positions. Yeah, so if you have never been with a fire sign lover, you better brace yourself, because they love all that. They put it this way, they want you to be a porn star in bed, okay? And then, you know, yeah. They are wanting you to cook for them in the kitchen with nothing on underneath, wearing their jersey, wearing a t-shirt. That's what they want. They are like come home from work type of situation, and you are walking around the house wearing nothing but lingerie, or you go to bed butt naked, and then they wake up in the morning to go to work, and they just want to see you laying there vulnerable, half asleep, or like fucking dead asleep, so that they can come and sniff you and probably rape you a little bit before they go to work. That's a fire sign lover. Yeah. Yep. Hey, if you have fire in your chart and then you find yourself like having perverted thoughts, and you're like, damn, do I have a problem? Why am I like this? That's why. You're part of the crew. Congratulations. There's nothing wrong with you. You just have a hunger for sexuality. And I feel like a lot of people need to embrace that. You know what I mean? Like, there would be less devils walking around. Because you'd be walking around with the fucking rainbow cloud or a rainbow above you, instead of fucking rain with lightning, because you haven't had it in so long. You know what I mean? Oh, snap. So we have the 9 of clits. Like I said, we like our oral sex. Okay. Sometimes the wish fulfillment for a fire sign is a person, their lover, who knows how to give orally. Because if you suck at it, it's like, damn, want. It's very important for you to know how to do that. Okay? Very important for a fire sign. All right, let me see here. It's like the extra bonus on top. And then we have the Strength card. Yes, which is a sign of Leo. It's very important for somebody who has stamina, who can go long hours. Who can, keep going even after they burst. So someone who has a really strong mojo, who has sexual strength, who, does not, we don't want no 1 minute man. You know what I mean? It's cute in the beginning. You're like, oh, that's cute. They think I have a good punani. That's why they came quick. But after a few times, man, you better get your shit straight. You know what I mean? Like, you better get your shit straight. And then we have the 9 of flesh swords. The 9 of flesh swords. You see that? A little love and affection here. So it could be a little nightmare. Okay, it could be a nightmare if you haven't had any in a while. The tendency for fire signs here, probably all, is if you're in the 5 of Pentacles energy and you haven't had some in a while, you will suspect that your person is sleeping with someone else. That's just the natural thought process. Oh, they're probably sleeping with someone else. It's a nightmare. I don't want to sleep with you. Or I'm having dreams about you with someone else, so I'm not going to give it to you. I'm mad at you. I wake up pissed off for no reason, even though it's probably not happening, but don't talk to me today because I had a bad dream about you. Psychos, right? Yeah. I know. Okay. So, let's see. Let's pull a card here for my fire signs, or for the people who are dealing with fire sign lovers. What is your lover thinking? For those dealing with a fire sign lover. Okay, this is what your partners are thinking, fire signs, of you. I'm proud of you. Oh, they're proud of you, right? They're proud of you. I'm proud of you. You lasted all night or something. Or I'm proud of you. I underestimated your sex and it turned out to be amazing. Okay. Okay. Then we have, for those who, okay, this is one thing. Fire signs don't chase. It says, I won't chase you. I won't, unless it's like, if it's just a booty call, they won't chase you. If you're single and the sex is really good, they probably will. But then they act like they're not. But they have their way of doing it low key. Okay. And then this one, this love is crazy. Of course, it's psychotic. Of course it is. It's psychotic. You know why it's crazy? Because there's a lot of passion. And when there's a lot of passion and emotion and fire, it can turn quick into anger, hate, impulsiveness. That's why it's like a love and hate thing. Where are my fire signs? Yep. Yep. That's how it is. All right, we're moving on up. Just finish fire. Just finish fire. Interesting, right? Okay, so I'm going to do, something's telling me to do water. Water next. Water signs. How my water signs like it. What turns them on, what turns them off. Let's see. And all the little details in between. Hello, hello. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Thank you. Whoa. Water signs. Sexual energy for water signs. We have the Five of Cups reversed. Okay. Five of Cups reversed in this deck. It's kind of like you have a hard time playing hard to get. Like if you, like sometimes your man wants you to play hard to get because they'll chase you better. You notice that when you play hard to get and you ignore them, they come after you more, water signs. And it's like with this card being reversed, it's like you don't know how to play hard to get because you give in so easily because you're a lover, right? So it's like you feel bad if you ignore them or something. But it's kind of like your partner wants you to ignore them because it turns them on for some reason. Weird, right? Crazy. Then we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands. So somebody likes to foreplay. Somebody has... It could cross your mind at times that, you know, somebody could be a wolf in bed. Okay? And sometimes you're a little bit emotional and you're like, you were a little too rough tonight. Or, you don't know what I mean? Like, you were being a little rough. I'm not happy. You said some weird things. Did you get that off of porn? Are you watching porn now? Do you not like me anymore? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, not all my water signs are like this. Maybe some. Cancer. No, but you know what I mean. So... Then we have, okay, so we have the Knave of Cups. So my male water signs, especially, well, yeah, all male water signs, you have a tendency of, you could be a little disrespectful in bed, okay? I mean, depending on, well, no wonder why somebody's a little upset, because they're like, you said this or you did that, especially if it's water on water, right? But if you're a male, you have a tendency to, you could get out of hand a little bit and it could turn somebody off. It might be fun and games in the beginning, but the next day, be ready to be fucking questioned like a motherfucker. And that would cause like problems. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you have all the fun you want, But comes the morning, you're going to hear it from your partner because they're going to start questioning you like, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you could get a little sweet and stuff. You are. And I feel like when my water signs have alcohol in their system, whether you're male or female, it's like, treat me like you're WHOR that I am and smack me around and shit. And then comes the morning and you're like, you were a little abusive. Do you really hate me? Like, do you really want to hurt me? Do you want to sleep with other people? Is that why you were treating me like a whore? Is that what you want? Like, you start getting questioned. It's pretty fucked up, right? It's pretty fucked up. Like, how are you going to teach your partner that way? Get them all excited and then fucking... It's a test, guys. It's a test. In other words, it's a fucking test. All right, so then we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, my water signs have a tendency to be very nostalgic. You start remembering things or lovers from the past, where you're like, whatever happened to that person? They were so good in bed, or blah, blah, blah. Or you always find yourself thinking, what if it was this way if I would have ended up with that person? Or if you were in bed with your partner and they were a little boring or something, you could have a tendency to think about somebody else in bed and pretend they were making love to you or something. Especially if your partner pisses you off. Throws 20s at Christopher. Yeah. Okay, so switching the deck. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups. How creepy is this card? It's kind of like you can have stalkers, right? You're taking a shower, your person is stalking you or whatever, or you can get a little paranoid. Oh, this is a fantasy of somebody's. Water signs, you have like sick fantasies. Like sometimes you'll if you're doing something, let's say you are in the shower, like this person here. Your fantasy would be like, ooh, I hope somebody walks in while I'm showering and then watches me and then pretends like they're turned on or whatever. Or they just come in and start touching me and throwing me against the wall while I'm all wet. Like, this is somebody's fantasy. Like, you have a tendency to, like, your mind starts to wonder. You can be fucking cleaning, okay? You could be cleaning and all of a sudden, like, you'll have this fantasy of somebody breaking in, someone really hot, and then like raping you and you liking it. Like, this is somebody who has those type of fantasies. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting with that card. Okay. Oh, now we know water signs. Okay. I'm also hearing that somebody why are they showing me this? I don't know. But somebody has a sick fantasy. It's not a sick fantasy. Let's admit it. We all have had that fantasy. Where if you are like alone at home and it's nighttime and it's like raining and there's like lightning maybe, and you're by yourself and you're feeling good. Maybe you had a glass of wine and you haven't seen your person and you're lusting after them. You have this fantasy of them like coming through the window or surprising you and showing up or texting you, I'm watching you through your closet and I'm turned on. And it's like just little fantasies like that like just make your mind wonder, right? You guys have like a really creative sexual mind. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands that came out reversed. I'm on water signs right now as we speak. So we have the Three of Wands reversed. We all know this is about your ships coming in and everything, but in the sexual deck reversed, it's the energy of if you were to meet someone in public, or if you were to see someone in public, you don't care who's around, you would drop your clothes off for them. You would be that person to do them at the park if you wanted to. Like, you would be down, okay? You would be down to meet them at sunset or whatever. Let's have a picnic, and it turns into one of those picnics, right? Because this is the energy of somebody at the park. And he looks shooketh. And all of a sudden you start touching them or something. And they're like, okay, that's it. I want it. That's it. I want it. That's it. Or if you're at the gym, right? Some people get turned on when they work out and they're all sweaty. And they start thinking about like locker room sex or whatever. That's the situation here. Like, you would be down for locker room sex, gym sex. Como que I'm shy. No, you ain't. That's what they all say. I'm shy. On the park bench, exactly. All right, so we have, okay, there it is. There's the I'm shy card, the star reversed. Okay, you have a tendency to get super shy when all eyes are on you. Let's say you're wearing lingerie and they like rip your shirt off or whatever, and you're just standing there and they're like, let me take a picture of you, and you start blushing and you start to turn red, but you kind of like it, and you think about those things the next day that you're like, damn, I can't believe he made me do that. That motherfucker had me so like shy as fuck. Like, for some of you, you're not even shy. But it just happens when you're around a specific person and you're standing there butt naked, right? Because you're center stage. So you could get a little insecure. Sometimes my water signs have the tendency to get a little insecure. Oh my God, what if they don't think I'm sexy naked? Or what if I'm not doing the right thing? Or you'll stand there and like you'll cover your chest even if you're naked and you're about to have sex. And they're like, why are you covering your chest? You know what I mean? So yeah, you can get a little insecure. Yeah, you can get a little shy. Oh, shit. We have the Queen of Fire. Okay, so this is a horny mama. This is someone who is not afraid to please themselves. Okay, look at the kids in the background trying to walk in and shit. Little cock blockers, right? I call them cock blockers. Especially if they don't let you have, your alone time. And sometimes, it's very difficult for the parents to get it on or anything like that because there's kids involved and they just don't want to fucking go to bed or whatever. It's a mushroom party up in here. What's going on? What's going on? You want to be alone. Sex is a waste of time. 10 of Cups. Then why are you here? There's a reason why you're here. You're just seeking attention. If you don't like it, this reading for you. And you need to stop being a Debbie Downer for all of the other peeps who are not in that energy as you. Okay, so. All right, so then we have, okay, as I was saying, all right. This is someone who, when you are in the heat of the moment and you are having phone sex with your partner or whatever, you're not afraid to touch yourself. Even if you send them a video of you doing that, be careful because your kids might catch you slipping a little bit. So make sure you lock your damn door. You know what I mean? Like, this is definitely what turns you on the most, water signs, is yourself. Sometimes nobody can please you more than yourself. Self-pleasure, to be honest with you. That's a lot of my water signs, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't like sex a certain way. Some of you don't even like oral sex. Okay, I don't even see that out on the table like the fire signs did. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like sometimes if you get a little disappointed or they get a little too rough on you or whatever, you get the job done yourself, and you don't care. You don't mind getting the job done yourself. And you have plenty of memories to get you going. Especially if you're alone and you're not with anybody, you have no problem doing that for yourself. Oh, so that's good. Self-pleasure. Self-pleasure. Let's see here. Let's see. Who are you calling an effing B or effing 8? What's going on here? I don't know. Okay, so let's pull some cards from the sexual magic. I don't know. I saw someone that said effing 8 or effing B. What does that say? I don't know. Oh, fucking A. Okay. I was like, did that say effing B? I'm about to get crazy right now. Okay, guys. All right, so let's pull some cards from the sexual magic for my water signs. Yes, of course. Just good vibes rolling, 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 rolling. Let's ride the waves. Oh, shit. Okay, so the Knave of Cups. Does this... I was going to say Scorpio. I was going to say angry Scorpio here. But to me, my male water signs have a tendency to get, when they get emotional, they get angry, they get obsessive. And it's like you'll try to send them a message and then you erase it. Or if you try to text them or call them, you'll hang up. And it pisses you off, and you do that on and on. Do you ever see messages from your water sign lover where it says they tried to call you like 10 times and they were like 2 seconds in and that's it? That's the energy that I'm getting in here. Like, they can be, if they get hurt, if my water sign males get hurt because your lover is with somebody else, they can't handle it. They get, how do I say it? They can have a tendency to be suicidal. And that's the only downfall about it. It's that, you know, you can become a little suicidal or overly possessive. That's what I'm getting. My water sign males and females too, fuck. When you fall in love, you fall in love hard, and you can get a little, well, not a little, maybe a lot, possessive. Okay? Possessive. Where you want to claim your person. You want to claim them, but in an unhealthy way. Because you can't stop thinking about the late nights that you guys had together back here. It's like the memories will drive you fucking wild. You know what I mean? Then we have, oh shit, the 8 of Wands. You guys too? Goddamn. Oh man. So yeah, y'all like it nice and slow. This is Usher. You like it nice and slow, right? And you guys are into some like crazy porn too. And the reason why I say that is because I talked to a few, you know, female water sign friends that tell me some shit, and I'm just like, wow. I also have water in my moon, so I'm not just talking out of my ass. I know what I'm talking about. So yes, you guys can become a little jealous and envious, but you can't help it. You know what I mean? When that's your person, it's your person. Everybody has those qualities in them. You can't sit there and say, oh, I never get jealous or I never get envious, because that's a lie. Maybe you haven't met the right person to act like that for in the first place. You know, just wait till you find the person that you're obsessed with, and then you can talk shit. You know what I mean? Then we have the Emperor reverse. The Emperor has fallen. Yeah, you have a tendency to make them fall on their knees. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like a lot of my water signs are not married. and you wonder why you're not married. You're like, I'm such a sweet person. You're very nurturing and loving. You know why you're not married, some of you? And don't take this the wrong way. Is because you are acting like they are, like you are their mom. And they don't want that shit. They don't want to marry their mom. Don't get me wrong. Some partners do. Fuck. But it's like they don't want you. They get too comfortable. They get too comfortable with you feeding their mouth all the time. Or if they fuck up, you forgive them. You can't, like I said in the beginning, you have a hard time playing hard to get. You'll start to say, but I'm not like them. I can't do them. That's not me. And that's why sometimes you get walked over like a doormat. You know what I mean? Because you can't help but pacify them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you act like you're their mom, and they don't want that. You have to learn to play hard to get a little bit. You have to learn to pretend like you don't want them, and you do. You have to, I know it's very hard, but like, they want someone who they can fall on their knees for, who they can beg, who they can love and cherish, obviously, but like, you can't always make it so easy on them to where they get so comfortable and start like acting like you are their mom, their fucking maid, their slave. You know what I mean? Because when the day comes and you stop acting that way, they're going to act like you are the worst person in the world. Why? Because they're not used to you not doing those things. You know what I mean? You make it way too easy for them. Yeah, we don't mind a sex slave, right? Make you a sex slave. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so then we have the High Priestess reverse. So, High Priestess reverse in the sexual deck could be the energy of, you know, when you have a tendency to ignore your intuition when it comes to your partner doing things, and you want to ignore it because you don't want to believe it, and that could become an issue, a problem. It's like your intuition is telling you something, red flag, red sign, or whatever, and you ignore it. And that ignoring part can lead to you acting crazy, stalking. It's like you suffer in silence. You can get like this, right? Yeah. And then, yes, the mighty vengeance, And then you get so mad to a point where a fucking tsunami happens, or fucking Xena the warrior princess comes in with King Triton and creates a fucking war in the ocean or something. You know what I mean? Like a freaking war of the water signs, a tsunami, a fucking hurricane of, you know, the wrath of the water signs, especially the female. If you are definitely seeing the signs, but you choose to ignore it and pacify them, that's your problem. Okay, that's your problem. Because they're sitting there being honest with you by their actions and their words, and you refuse to see that. You refuse to believe that. And that can hurt you in the end and not them. But guess this is a plot twist. A lot of times, you know, your person can get used to, you know, you treating them like royalty all the time and with unconditional love. And when you finally, like 100% get fed up and you leave them, they start acting like their life is ending. You even make the emperor fall. You even make them feel like they have lost their other soul, their other half. You know what I mean? Because you have taken that comfort away from them. You took that pacifier out of their mouth, and you make them realize what you are losing is a good thing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a back and forth struggle here, because there you are pacifying them whenever they fuck up, and then when you finally get fed up, that's when they awaken. That's fucked up, right? I know. Okay, so let's do sex positions. You going downtown, you gonna learn today. Talking all that shit. Yep. All right, sex positions, water signs. Okay. We have the Two of Flesh Swords. Look at that. It had to be underneath the moon. With the freaking well in the background. Is that a well or a dolphin? It looks like a well. Talking about tsunamis and water, right? Yeah, this is the Two of Flesh. Flesh Swords. You guys be trying some freaking positions, man. Out on the fucking chair, doing the plank, doing a handstand, fucking breakdancing and doing the cha-cha. Like all kinds of weird positions. Oh my god. Kids walk in, Mommy, why is Dad's head spinning? I don't know, honey. He's probably possessed. Oh my god. Okay, so why the guy always gotta be on top? We have the Nine of Flesh Swords. Some more swords. Some of you guys like your person air. A lot of my water signs like their air signs. I don't know why. It's kind of like you like, some of you, not all of you, like it when they mistreat you in bed or when they take control. You like a person who can take control in bed and you can lay there and be the pillow queen. Like a lot of my water signs like to be the pillow queen, where you're like, you do the job and I'll just sit there and take it. You like to get pleased. You don't like to do the pleasing. Some of you, not all of you. Oh, shit. We have the Four of Clips. What the fuck is that? I told you that's what I mean with my water signs. Like, what the fuck? It's like, what the hell did I just get into? You know what I mean? What did I just walk into type of shit? Looks like you guys are fucking doing the fucking, the bow tie or something. If that's even a position. Looks like a damn position. The bow tie. Sorry. My voice feels like it's going away. Anyways. Okay, guys. So, this is basically the Four of Cups. Yeah, you can get a little bored. Because sometimes you just want to stare at each other's face, climb in each other's soul. And your partner might find it a little boring, but they do it to please you because they love you. But at the same time, they're like, how do I say it? A little shocked because they actually end up liking it. They'll be like, oh, that sounds so stupid and boring and gay. But then you make them do it and they're like, wow. His fucking leg is all the way up here. I can't. All right. All right, so that was for my water signs. I guess I'm going to do air signs next. Air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You guys are hilarious. You have me cracking up. Damn, I need to put Vicks on my nose. Hold on. Wow, I can actually feel my nostrils without my nails. My Florida water. I actually ordered rose cologne water. You know, it's like the Florida water, but it's rose and it attracts like love and stuff and it smells really good. So I had it delivered to me the other day and they dropped it off in my mailbox. So you get notified and stuff when it's there. And I went to go, I had my daughter get it. And it came back opened with nothing inside. How the fuck is UPS going to deliver something that's open and empty? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was so pissed, but I was like dying of laughter. I'm like, who the fuck, who does that? Yeah, I have a case with them, obviously. I don't know. I'm like, damn, they trying to steal my shit. Yeah, but they're gonna replace it. Not UP. Well, I'm gonna fight them tomorrow, but the place that the botanical place I ordered it from, they said that they would replace it. So that was really nice of them to do. Okay, so air signs. Wow. This actually came out upright, sorry. We have the 5 of Swords. Okay, how did I feel like this was going to come out? 5 of Swords. It's kind of like the energy of when you are doing your partner, the thing that turns you on is like probably stabbing them to death or choking them till they turn blue. It like turns you on. Like you have like crazy negative thoughts when you're having sex, but it turns you on. Is that not psychotic? I know, it's pretty weird. Like you have the tendency of like your mind wanders. It just wonders. Holy shit, yeah. Are you saying that because you're one of them? Like this could be you doing it with your person and then it turns you on because you're like envisioning doing their brother or their sister or their fucking best friend that look good, or a person you saw on Instagram that you wanted to fuck their brains out, and it's like, damn, that's what turns you on. That's what protects you is your thoughts. You don't actually do those things, hopefully not, but that's what you think about during sex, and that's what keeps you nice and hard. Yeah, I know, psychotic, right? Psychotic. All right, so then we have she said that's rude. They ain't gonna tell you, baby. They ain't gonna tell you, but oh yeah, that's what I'm channeling, boo. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands here. The air signs, okay? You, especially if you're a male. If you are a male air sign, you like your women to give you good head. You love a woman who can give good head. She has to be sexy and fiery and who can give you a really great blow. And you like to choke them when they were blowing you. You're rude. You're an asshole. That's what you are. But that's what turns you on, is being a dick. You're like, I ain't never sleeping with the fucking air sign. Oh my gosh. The Tower. Bam. It's a shock, right? Some of you guys will be surprised that your air sign lover has a big old schlong. It'll be a shock to you. Like you could be sitting there and they start getting hard and you're like, what the fuck? Where did this big old thing come from? You know what I mean? They'll like wake up in the morning and be sleeping a freaking, I don't know, something, probably choking you, and then they wake up with a heart on or something. Oh, and they also have a tendency of coming quick. They do. Especially when the punani is really good. They have a tendency to come really fast. Wake up in the morning feeling like a P. Diddy. Yep. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. So, you know, despite of being a rude ass, you love yourself a loyal person, okay? If you are a female air sign, you love you. You have to have a loyal person, or the sex is not gonna. It's gonna be meaningless. You're gonna tell them to fuck off. You're gonna tell them to go freak their mom or something. Like, if it's meaningless and they're not faithful and their world does not evolve around you, you pretty much, it's a turn off. You don't want them at all. You want their full love and attention, their loyalty. Okay? That's what you like. You don't care if you guys do weird shit in bed, as long as it's just you. Because the Two of Pentacles is reversed here. It's like, if it's not only me, I don't want you at all. That's what I get. And if you are a male, okay, you love a woman who can take charge. You do. You like it for her to be on top. You want to be the pillow queen. Yeah, you're a male and you want to be a fucking pillow queen. You love a woman who can take charge, who can please you unconditionally, and you don't mind, doing, your thing, but you like it when they take the lead. Okay, you like it. So let's get some cards here. Take the wheel. Oh my god, I'm gonna have fucking fun listening to watching the comments tomorrow when I'm drinking coffee, because I miss a lot of my comments since I'm channeling. I know I'm gonna be fucking choking on my coffee and shit. With my fucking air sign husband on the side, probably getting a hard on because I'm choking. Rude ass. You know what his ass told? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Never mind. Oh my god. Okay, let's get some more cards. No, it's nasty. She fucking would say tell us. All right. Damn. Look at this shit. 3 of Wands with the 5 of Wands. Okay? So this is, like I said, they get turned on with like fucking beating the shit out of you, scratching you, choking you. They don't care if you're in public. They'll like, you could be driving and they're like, I want you to give me head. Okay? And I want to pull your hair while you're doing it or something. Like, they fucking like that shit. And they have a tendency, this is for my male and female air signs. You walk around having a bitch face, right? People are always thinking you're mad and shit. I feel like your best lover would probably be a fire sign or an earth sign. Or another air, no. Maybe a water sign, earth, or fire. I don't think an air on air will work out, to be honest. Like, you guys will end up probably stabbing each other to death. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's just what I see here. But this is also the energy of, you have the tendency of when you get pissed off, like really pissed off, it's like the only thing that'll calm you down is hardcore sex. Or you like to have hardcore sex when you're pissed off and take it out. Or when you notice that your partner is like always fucking grouchy, you know when it's time to give it to them. Because it's fucking obvious. It's obvious. And they don't care. They'll do you in public and shit too. Like, they like them a freak. A freak in the sheets. A freak in public. They like to rip clothes off and everything. Look at that. Rip the clothes off and all. Uh-oh, something flipped over. What is it? We got 2. Speaking of water signs. Speaking of water signs. So we have... Oh my god. Okay. This is really bipolar. So we have the 10 of Cups reversed. Where you can get you have a tendency of being... You know, well, how do I explain this? Fuck, this is going to be hard. So, the King of Water, okay? You are a good person, but you don't show it all the time. You could be you like to show you love and care by providing financially and doing good. you're not always very romantic or lovey-dovey. That's not you. So your way of showing love is by being a good provider, always being there for them, even if they bitch and nag at you. That's their way of showing love. Like, everybody has their own way of showing love. You know what I mean? But for an air sign, it's like, I'll show you love the way I'm going to show you love. And if you don't fucking like it, then go find yourself somebody else that's going to be all sweet and kind to you, but not be there and give you the world. And you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to live, to them, it's like, you're not going to survive with just love. And they can be tough on you, and they can be hard on you, and they can be a jerk and a fucking asshole or a bitch to you. But at the end of the day, you kind of hate that you love them because they could be right sometimes. But we never tell them that they're right, because then they get all fucking big-headed. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to be a tough cookie to know how to love an air sign. Male or female. You can't be a fucking softie. Okay? You have to be a tough, fiery cracker to know how to handle an air sign. That's all I'm saying. You can't be fucking sensitive either, because you will be disappointed. Yeah, you will be disappointed. So, all right, let's see here. Sexual magic. Shuffle it really good. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Knave of Chalices. What does this remind me of? The grouchiness that I was just talking about. Hey, when you get in a fight, especially an emotional one with an air sign, they make you feel like the world is gonna end. Like, that's it with them. You're done. You're complete. You get hurt. You get upset. And then when they come back and smile or apologize, it's like it's never happened. They're forgiven. You fucking can't stand that in an air sign. You can't fucking stand it, but you can't help it. It's a love and hate thing. That's what it is. With an air sign, it's a love and hate thing. I know, I'm married to one. I can't stand him. He can't fucking stand me. It's a love and hate thing, I guess. As I said that, the devil comes out. They can literally turn into the fucking devil. I'm serious. When they get upset, Lord have mercy. Like, they turn into the devil. Okay? Don't get it twisted either, especially if you're a female air sign. You're like the fucking devil wears Prada. Okay? Don't let the good looks and stuff, you know, don't let it fool you, baby. Okay? Because underneath that Prada, you got a body that will kill you. You have a punani that will fucking slay the dragon. You know what I mean? Like, they are the devil in disguise. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but they turn you. If you get upset with an air sign, they make you turn into the devil. Also, because it's like, I don't know how to deal with your ass. You're literally Satan trying to pick on me. Okay. Yeah. And, you know, after dealing with the devil comes the happiness, right? It's a very, how do I say it? I told you this was some bipolar shit. Like, what the fuck is this? The devil and the sun card? It's like the devil makes you happy. Does that make sense? No, that's why you hate it, and that's why it's complicated. And that's why it's bipolar. Love and hate. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. God damn. You can't help it though. They can be the best lovers, or they can be your worst fucking enemy. It's either or with an air sign. Your best lover or your worst fucking enemy. It is what it is. It's true. It's true. All right, so let's pull some sex position cards. Air signs. Oh, two of them came out together. Okay. We have the Missionary and the Ace of Sex Wands. Ooh. Missionary and the Ace of Sex Wands. What else we got here? Yeah, like the air sign would be the first one to say you want to fuck. That's true. They'll be the first one to say, oh, you want to get it on? Or you'll be pissed off at them. And you'll be cooking or something, and they'll come up behind you and be like, oh my God, are you flirting with me? And they'll rub it on you. Oh my God, are you flirting with me? And you're like, what the fuck? I'm not even looking at you. And they'll just do some stupid shit to get you to sleep with them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're flirting with me? Yeah. And the Missionary, oh man, oh God. I mean, it's, I don't know. I'm thinking this is not really your favorite position. I think you like it when the woman is doing all the work, when the woman is on top. Like this. When she takes charge. Right? Mm-hmm. I don't think this is like your favorite position. You do. Two of them came out. Let's put these aside. Oh God. Speaking of the devil, I give up. I'm telling you, look. Speaking of the devil, you see what I mean? They're evil. They'll sit there and make you give them head and then make you choke on it till you turn blue or something. And then they'll like that shit. They're the devil. This is confirmation. Look at that shit. Oh, wow. And he has her on a leash. They are very controlling too. They could be very controlling. It's kind of like they're saying, you're my bitch now. You're my bitch on my leash. Rude. Assholes, right? Then they smack you around. All right, then we have the Eight of Flesh Swords. Eight of Flesh Swords. What am I getting with this card? Sometimes your partner will make you wonder when you've been sleeping with them for a while and they all of a sudden like do something different, and you're like, and it makes you wonder and it'll stress you out because you're like, where the fuck did you get that from? Does this mean you're watching a lot of porn? Does this mean you're getting nudes or something? Like, you'll start to freak out, but then you like it. Or they'll tell you no or something, and it's like something they wanted to try with you or whatever, and you're just like, You get all fucking suspicious and shit, right? Start looking at their history online. Yeah. But hey, if you're with an air sign, you're sleeping with the devil. And you might like it. Oh man. But you're in happy bliss. Oh boy. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Okay. So the last ones are going to be my earth signs. Earth signs. I get it, watching porn. Dominated, yeah. Exactly. They want to dominate you. Okay, earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then this is it, guys. Especially if you're cross-watching. You want to know how your earth sign partner likes it? Stick around. Or if you're an earth sign. Hold on, I need to turn my fan on because it got a little hot. Okay. Okay, guys. Ooh. What time is it? Thank you, Jessie, for clarifying that, hun. Cross-watching. Oh, Lord. Okay, so if you are an earth sign, you have a tendency to latch on. You can't let go of the D, especially if they're really good. This is you being stubborn. Nope, I'm not going to let it go. Nope, this is mine. Nope, nobody else can have it. Mine, 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 mine. No, I want to go a little bit longer, and if you don't give it to me, I ain't cooking you dinner. Or you can sleep with your mom's house. Mine, 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 and only mine. Oh, boy. Like, if they mention something about sex, you're the first one on it, right? You are the first one latching on. And it's a dangling tree. We have the Emperor. See? Latching on. She's behind the Emperor. Mine, mine, mine. Very territorial, too. Very territorial. It's like you see anybody flirting with your person and you make it clear to them that they're yours by like going up to them and kissing them and making you smack their ass or something. Stuff like that. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. It came out reversed. Okay. Some of my earth signs, you're not very skillful when it comes to sex. Some of you, not all of you, okay? Because I know well, never mind. I'm not going to say it. Some of you, not all of you, they are not not too skillful in bed or anything. Like, you don't know too many positions, or you're afraid to put it in your mouth, or whatever the case may be. It's like, what do I do with this? Do I lick it? And then you're like, what is that? Like, what's... I did not mean to do that. That must have been for somebody who actually does that. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh shit. Oh man, yeah. This is somebody who was like, what's that? What is this? You used to think that way? No way. Oh man. You'll be on top of them and shit. Oh no, it froze. Ah! Hold on, let me do something. Let me see if I hop off and if it'll let me come back on. Hold on. Let me see. See if that does anything.